These are two very special cars. They are the most hardcore, most track-focused models from these two iconic brands. And that makes them pretty hard to live with out on the road. But today, we're nowhere near a public road. This is what these cars were made for. The Mercedes-AMG GTR costs 2.7 million rand. It produces 430 kilowatts or 580 horsepower from its twin-turbo 4-litre V8. It is more powerful, wider, lower, lighter and wingier than a standard AMG GT. It has quite possibly the best interior you'll find in a supercar this side of a Pagani Zonda. All things considered, we think this might be the best AMG ever.
We have a racetrack, we have a racing driver, we're going to set hot lap times in each car. Right, Ash, you ready for us? I'm going to give you a 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! And he's off. Oh, that thing makes a wonderful noise.
The GTR is extremely impressive through the corners. It has great front-end bite, and the fact that the engine is pushed so far back over the front axle really helps dial out understeer. The AMG GTR is just mighty. It has immense grunt from that twin-turbo V8, and there's a surprising amount of rear traction which enables you to get on the throttle early and keep on it. The extensive multi-stage traction control also lets you choose in very fine detail how much you'd like it to intervene. You can dial it down as you get braver, and the car just gets better. Stopping power is impressive from those huge carbon ceramic brakes, but between those discs heating up and the two turbos, the engine bay is a hot place to be, and it can be prone to limp mode intervention on extremely hot days.
Here he comes. The Merc looks fantastic. He's on the main straight, absolutely flying. Woo! Wow! And the Cars.co.za plate flew off for some dramatic effect. Alrighty, here we go. The time that the Merc set, 1:25:31. Very nice. It's very, very hot out here. It's extremely hot, actually, probably about 38 degrees. And now it's time to see if the M4 is a giant slayer. Can it take on the Mercedes Benz? Can I use any more metaphors? Stay tuned.
The Merc's rival today is an extremely rare version of BMW's M4. Usually, an M4 wouldn't stand a chance against the GTR. So, what makes this one so special?
This BMW M4 DTM Championship Edition is one of only 200 in the world and one of only 15 in South Africa. It costs 2.3 million rand. That's 1 million rand more than a standard M4, and it's been on a serious diet. To get the weight down, BMW have stripped out the rear seats entirely. They've added a carbon fiber tailgate, roof and bonnet. They've switched the front seats out for carbon fiber items, and they've added a titanium exhaust which reduces the weight by 7 kilograms. This thing doesn't even have door handles. All of this means that it is 80 kilograms lighter than a standard M4, but that's before you add the roll cage and the fire extinguisher. But what makes this M4 DTM really special is what's under the bonnet. It's the twin engine of the M4 GTS, a 3-litre turbocharged straight 6 with water cooling technology. Now what that does is reduce the intake temperatures, which allows the engineers to crank up the boost. And so this motor produces 51 kilowatts more than in a standard M4. That's 368 kilowatts and 600 Newton meters of torque. Right, the Bimmer's out on the track. Can it steal one from the Merc? Here we go. All right, Ash. Thumbs up. In 3, 2, 1, go! Listen to that! What a noise! That is, I've taken that car on a shakedown lap around the circuit. That is the wildest, most terrifying car I've ever driven on a racetrack. Anywhere, actually, to be honest with you.
The best way to drive this M4 on track is to turn the traction control off completely. This might eventually require a change of pants, but with the traction control on, you're constantly fighting against the software's intervention, which feels unnatural. Ash was in a proper wrestling match with the M4. Heading into the fast double apex right-hander, true to its nature, the car bit back. But Ash simply dialed in a dab of Oppo and he was away. The car is properly firm, which made the bumpy braking zones quite exciting. No one would ever say that 368 kilowatts isn't enough power, but climbing out of the AMG and into the M4, Ash reckons the BMW felt a little flat. Tough day at the office, Ash.
Here he comes up the main straight. He'll probably be doing about 200 kilometers an hour now, and across the line. Not bad at all. Pretty much what I was expecting, if I'm honest. The Bimmer did a 1:27.94. There we go. There is your time difference between the two. 2.7 million rand car, 2.3 million rand car, the most hardcore Mercedes Benz, the most hardcore BMW, and they're separated by about 2.5 seconds around the track. Thanks very much for watching. Hit Cars.co.za for more information about this race.
Ash told me after the race that with a bit more practice, he reckons he could have gone quite a bit quicker in the Bimmer. But the Mercedes also suffered quite badly in the heat, so it could have probably gone faster too. If you haven't seen the drag race between these two cars, make sure to check it out on our channel. It was a good one. Bye for now.
Okay, everyone ready? Radio silent. Fuck. I was speaking into my stopwatch.
I'm recording it.
All right, everyone ready? Radio silence, please. Cameras ready?
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, maybe give it a like and definitely subscribe to be the first to see our videos as they drop. Yeah, definitely do that.